Hello, welcome back to the channel guys. So today I'm going to do a quick breakdown of how to prepare for Rise of Iron. So as you know, Rise of Iron is the next expansion in the Destiny universe, set for release in September the 20th. So not far away now guys. Now the best way to prepare, I would say, from my opinion, would be to obviously get your Guardian right now to as close or as possible 335 max level light. So as you know, this is the highest you can currently get. You can currently achieve this level by playing the King's Fall raid on heroic mode or hard mode. You can also do the Prison of Elders every week by collecting the Elder Cypher from barracks in the Reef. You can also do the weekly Vanguard heroic strikes, which have the modifiers and is at 260 light. Now these obviously can drop loot drops from any level from above 260 to your current level and above. So these do work. You can also do the weekly Nightfall Heroic Strike once a week, on each character. This can potentially drop, a new piece of armor, anything above 320, for yourself. So it's definitely worth doing. It can be a struggle each week sometimes with the modifiers, but if you've got a good team and you work through it, you might get that extra one light level from a piece of gear or, a drop. So definitely think about that one. If you need a artifact, if you manage to do the raid loads and you're a little bit bored of it, you can get a artifact from any level to max from the Court of Oryx by doing a tier 3. So there's also that option as well. So any of them are just listed, guys. That can get you to 335, and obviously it's not going to be an easy task. Took myself a little bit of a while, but getting as close to 335 for Rise of Iron release obviously helps you to do less of a grind towards the next max light level. So the next step in preparing for Rise of Iron after you've done your max light level, I would say, is to start leveling up your factions. So trying to get everything above a level 3 for now, so you've got past the old Motes of Light and Strange Coins reward. Once everything's above level 3, the next step would be to have the factions go as close to leveling up as possible. So it takes, 2,500 to level up a faction. So get that faction all the way around, the diamond, as close as possible, but don't actually level it up. So maybe get it to 2300 or 2400 out of the 25. And then basically what that base is doing is it's preparing your character for a level up package. So what you do is, to follow up, is you go to the bounty tracker and you get all the bounties that you can. So obviously if you're going to plan to level up Vanguard, obviously the Vanguard packages. Now, first of all, prioritize taking the bounties with 3000 XP and reward 65 reputation. Obviously it's more, reward for the bounty. Go and complete that bounty. Once again, you don't hand that bounty in, you keep that bounty, and it's called stacking bounties. So what that basically means is, on the day of Rise of Iron, you hand in them bounties, obviously leveling up and getting the rewards. But then what it does, it tips your Vanguard reputation, which is already close to leveling up for a new package. It puts that over, so you get obviously the rewards, the reputation from the bounty, and then you get the package from the Vanguard level up. Obviously, you can stack bounties to level up your Vanguard, your Crucible, and your faction that you're aligned with. All these will work, so obviously get them all as close as possible, so that the moment you get that bounty to hand it in, you'll level up and get a package. Now obviously packages will drop new loot, new weapons, new armor, so obviously it's a good idea to stack bounties and prepare for the faction level ups. Following that, obviously you've also got the Cryptarch, which can be leveled up as well. Recently. So once again, get him as close as possible to leveling up, and then maybe save a few engrams, so whether it's blues, legendaries, exotics. Obviously, saving some exotics between now and then, stack them up. They are worth more when you have to trade them in. So if you let's say you save 20, obviously that's quite a bit of XP towards the cryptology handing. So, you could technically go 1 or 2 crypto packages, which obviously is once again more loot. So it's definitely a good idea to be doing that. So other than that, guys, that's stacking bounties, leveling up your packages, getting yourself to max light level. There's also, when you're leveling up weapons and armor, you have the resources that you need to level them up. So obviously it requires glimmer, weapon parts or armor materials, and then a planetary resource. So these resources, you can get obviously from farming each planet. So, farming Earth for spin metal, the moon for filaments, spirit bloom from Venus, and Velikine from Mars. Now, if you don't really want to sit there, for hours on end, grind and, stack up a chunk of 200, you can always go to the Vanguard Quartermaster in the tower, and you can trade in 10 legendary marks for 20 planetary resources. So it's not a bad way to do it. If you've currently got 200 legendary marks, obviously there is still a couple of weeks between now and then to get them marks back. So why not spend all 200 and get an equal amount of each resource? And obviously it means you've got plenty of resources to spend, because in Rise of Iron we don't know how much it is per upgrade node, but obviously the more you've got, the better prepared you can be. So obviously spend them legendary marks, get them resources stacked, and then earn them marks back. And obviously you can do that through doing the daily story mode, the weekly crucible, and the daily crucible. So obviously you can earn the marks back pretty damn quick. You can also get 3 sets of marks from doing your first Vanguard heroic strikes of the week. So that's obviously another way to earn them legendary marks back. So once you get the marks back, I would say keep on spending them, and maybe the week or two before Rise of Iron, so not long away, maybe stack them legendary marks back up again to 200 for maximum, and that means on the day of release you can buy a new piece of weapon or gear from a new Vanguard of your choice. So obviously, once again, you're putting yourself ahead of the game. So after that, basically, guys, you're pretty much set. Then you're gonna have plenty of resources. Maybe doing some strikes as well. Between now and then, that'll help build up weapon parts, armor materials if you're running low on them. They're the only two things that you can't actually get in the game without actually having a bit of a loot grind. So just doing some strikes or some story or some crucible, earning just drops and dismantling them. So just keep on top of that. So obviously you'll have your resources, you'll have your engrams, you'll have your crypto level quite close, you'll have bounties stacked, you'll have your faction reputations close to leveling up but not quite. And obviously if you're doing your raids, prisons and strikes, nightfalls and course of oryxes, you'll be as close to 335 as possible, and it's a good starting point for Rise of Iron on day one. So pretty much, guys, the next bit last of advice is to raid as much as possible. Now, whether you're obviously a solo player and you have to find 5 randoms, maybe look at finding a full team for the Rise of Iron, which obviously. So basically, guys, Rise of Iron releases on the Tuesday, and for GMT that's 10 a.m. And obviously a few days later on the Friday, the raid releases at 6 p.m. So, like I was saying, if you're a solo player, you might have to find some players who are going to raid with you on the day. So it might be nice between now and then to try and find yourself a team, slot in, try and work together, build that teamwork up. So the best way then, I'd say, if you've got yourself a team of friends, or people, get together and start raiding and start learning how each other plays. Because the best obviously thing is communication and teamwork. And I would just say, as much as King's Fall does level you up, and the other ones are now a bit pointless, I'd also go back and play them, as the mechanics in them might teach you a few new things. Because obviously we haven't faced the Fallen in a raid yet, so we're not quite sure what they're going to offer, what they're going to do. So, playing the old raids gives you an idea of different mechanics that, Bungie introduce, and you can get used to them. And that way you might not be as surprised with the new raid as possible. So, you'd be better prepared. So just keep on raiding the past raids and keep them up to date. So that's it today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. I'm hoping to do more videos for you soon. So that's my preparation guide for Rise of Iron. I definitely advise, following it as close as you can and be prepared for the day. So anyway, guys, keep in touch and I'll see you soon.